Welcome to a GameMaker Studio programming tutorial. My name is Justin. Today, we will cover some variables and data types. What is a variable? Imagine a box. This box has a name, and when we open it we can put something inside. We can even change what's inside the box or just look inside at a later time. The box in our example is like a variable. Variables have a name and data inside. We can use that data or we can change it to something else. There are different types of variables, however. What is a data type? Imagine our boxes are different colors now. Each color only accepts its same color. A blue box has blue values, a green box has green values, and so on. These colors are like types. A data type is a more specific kind of box. We use all different kinds of data types when making video games. Let's look at some of the different kinds of variables we can define in GameMaker Studio. An integer variable is a variable containing only integer values. An integer is a whole number, a number that is not a fraction. Examples of an integer variable are 1, 5, 72 or 120. A float variable is a variable containing only floating point values. A float is a number containing a decimal. Floats are used when more precision is needed. Examples of floats are 1.0, 30.22, 126.473, 500.6. A Boolean variable is a variable that can only be true or false. True meaning valid, and false meaning invalid. Easy, right? A string variable is a variable only containing text. A string is any number, letter or special characters, typed between double quotes. Here are some examples of strings. Notice that even the variables with numerals are strings. Today we learned about some of the data types that are used while making games in GameMaker Studio. We have integers, floats, booleans, and strings. Time to recall that knowledge. Let's do a short quiz on the material covered in this video. Question 1. Which of these is an integer? The answer here is variable b. This is because an integer is a whole number. Question 2. Which of these variables is not an example of a Boolean? The answer is variable a. A Boolean is either true or false. Any variable can be undefined though. Question 3. Which of these is not a float? The answer is variable c. A floating point value has a decimal. It is not a whole number. Question 4. Why is this not a string? This is not a string because string variables must have quotation marks. I read all your comments in my human voice. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, you can leave a comment. Tune in for more videos on GameMaker Studio.